Losing objective Baker. Recon mission ready. Find the bug. Hell of a guard dog on the way.
Yeah, this is fair.
Bombers ready for orders. Double kill.
Yeah, this is fair. I don't know what the f is happening, but it's fair. Totally play tested, by the way. Only thing that can kill me is my own airstrike.
Recon mission. Bombers ready for orders. 4 on 4. Attack dogs ready for action. Double kill. They're taking.
What in the f is happening? How is this allowed?
Double kill. Recon mission ready. Now we're even. Bombers ready for orders. Double kill. Recon moving the sector. Attack dogs ready for action. Double kill.
The only way they can kill me is thermites, bro. What's going on, everybody? My name is Tuck. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys are staying happy and hydrated. Welcome back to another Vanguard class setup today where you're talking about the M1928. Or if you're a normal person, the Thompson submachine gun. I said this during the beta. I still think this is the most fun gun in the game to use. Obviously, the MP40 is technically the best SMG. The STG is probably the best overall gun in the game, but I think the M1928 is the most fun gun to use. But before we talk about that, I want to thank you guys for the continued support here, whether you've been here since the beginning or if you're new. If you're new, by the way, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. While you're down there, go ahead and hit that like button for me to help feed the algorithm those yummy interactions it's so hungry for. And if you want to leave a comment down below, tell me things you want to see me do here, more class setup, settings videos, challenge videos, anything you want to see me do, put it down there below. Or if you have nothing to say about any of that stuff, go ahead and put hashtag ObeyTuck down in the comments because we are trying to join Obey Alliance as a content creator and we need to prove to them that I have value to a team, an organization such as them. But I hope you guys are ready for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope this video helps you guys. Without wasting more time, let's hop right into the class setup. So the way I built my Thompson, I feel is very similar to the way that I built my automaton. If you haven't seen my automaton class setup, click right above me, that'll take you to the video I made on that. Basically, both guns have relatively fast fire rates for what they are, but you want to make them do more damage without losing the recoil that the guns have, because whenever you do more damage, there's going to be more recoil. That's how this game is balanced. So I feel like the build that I have made is the best you can have for damage, while not losing a lot of recoil control, while also still maintaining some sense of mobility, because you do not want to be a statue with an SMG, right? So with that said, let's take a look at the attachments starting from left to right, as always starting with the muzzle. So the muzzle device I have on this build of the Thompson is the F8 stabilizer. I feel like it's the best option for the way that I have the gun built with all of its damage boosting attachments and such. The other thing I've seen people use is the Mercury silencer. You can use that if you want to. I'm not a big advocate of the silencer. I don't think it's that beneficial, especially whenever it does less damage range. So if you want to do that, it's up to you, but I would personally recommend the F8 stabilizer. Going down to the underbarrel, there are two attachments I would recommend in this slot. Personally, I'm using the M1930 strife angle, but I could also recommend the Carver foregrip. It's personal preference at that point, whichever one you think benefits you more. I am using the M1930 strife angle though. Moving along to the barrel, we have the CGC 12-inch cooling barrel. This is the best option in the barrel if you want to mitigate the recoil after we boost the damage with the rounds here in a second. I feel like this is the best barrel in my opinion for this build. Which brings us down to the beefy boys, the 8mm Kurz 50-round drum magazine on the slot down here. It's going to give us +2 bullet velocity and range, +1 bullet penetration, and +1 damage. It's taking the damage of this gun from 25 to 34, which means this gun can be a 3-shot kill, and that should never be the case, but this gun is going to be silly. Ammo type, if you've seen any of my videos, you know lengthened is the only thing I'll recommend. +3 to bullet velocity, it's going to make your bullets hit its target quicker. Now moving up to the optic slot, this is the first time I think I'm ever going to recommend an optic. I'm going to recommend the large iron sights. It's going to give you plus ADS speed. It's also going to change the way the iron sights look, and I'll show you whenever we get into the game the iron sights on this. It just gives you a better sight picture. There's less clutter. You can just see enemies better and snap the targets better. So normally I say this is personal preference, and while that's still true, I feel like the large iron sights are going to be the best option for this build because it just makes the gun easier to shoot in my opinion. It lets you acquire targets easier. Then coming down to the rear grip, we have stippled grip once again. We have +2 to recoil recovery, +1 to initial accuracy and recoil, and then the biggest asset, there's there's no con to using it. That's why I think this is the best grip. Which brings us back to the stock, and I was actually having a bit of an internal conflict with this attachment slot because I had it narrowed down to the Chariot Marksman or the Ragdoll T2 support, and ultimately it came down to the Chariot Marksman not taking away any of my ADS speed or my sprint to fire time. This actually gives you ADS speed while giving you 3 horizontal recoil, so if you're having a hard time controlling the recoil, use Ragdoll. Otherwise, if you're fine with the recoil, Chariot Marksman's the way to go, and that's what I'm using. Which brings us to the proficiency. I think sleight of hand is the best option here because with the drum mags, you reload slow as hell, so in order to get back into the fight as soon as possible, I think sleight of hand is the best option. And then for the kit, as always, this is personal preference. I'm using on hand because I throw a lot of tacticals and lethal grenades, so I'm going to use that to get my gun ready to shoot as soon as possible after throwing those. And as always, here is one final look at the build with all the attachments. I think you guys should give this a try. I think it'll work great for basically everybody. But let's hop into a game now and let's see how it works in action. So we are playing Ship House 24/7. If you couldn't tell by the intro to this video, I've been playing a lot of Shipment because it's just the easiest way to level up guns. And if you could not tell, these spawns in this map are still broken as shit. So we're going to continue this headache. Speaking of headaches, I have a massive one right now, so I'm going to try to get this video pushed out as soon as possible so I can go eat food and get some ibuprofen in me to mitigate this headache. And we got a domination, which means I can play TDM for as long as this match starts. But basically, Packet Burst is fun. The damage rounds on the Thompson make this gun actually feel like I'm bullying people. Like with the normal rounds, it just feels like the gun's a bullet hose. With this gun, with these weapon attachments, it feels like the gun actually does significantly more damage, and honestly, that's because it does. It does not feel like the Thompson should do this much damage. Especially if you hit those headshots, this thing just fries people. And especially on Shipment, if you get people into those spawn traps, it's game over. Like you guys saw in the beginning, if you get people into spawn traps, it's over. Unfortunately, with Shipment, you also have to worry about people bullying other, like, these stupid thermites. Like, that's a triple kill I probably shouldn't have gotten. I probably wouldn't have got with the normal Thompson. This gun is absurd. That guy is trying to go off the top ropes for some WWE type shit. Now, thanks, homie. Also, since the way the camo challenges work with the Thompson, I've actually been trying to work on getting hip fires. And I just need to mentally keep that in my head that I need hip fires, because it's not like I'm actually going for camos, but if I can do that to help me get towards progress, that's not a kill I should have got. If I can keep that mental note to hit the hip fires, and whenever I decide if I want to go for camos, I can do that, because like I'm probably not going to grind camos unless people really want to see me do like a Road to Diamond or Road to Atomic series, because I'm going to be honest, whenever they release the CDL camo packs, I'm 1000% buying the optic camo, and that's all I'm going to use. So personally, I really don't see a point in like grinding for camos if that's all I'm gonna do, if I already made up my mind on that. Here we go, the stupid spawns are in. I just got a quad feed, and I think I ended up killing myself with that because I had the airstrike dropped on me. Like, I want to say this gun is almost borderline unfair. This might be the new broken class in the game because they nerfed everything else. Like, if you hit your shots with this thing, the damage output is absurd. However, someone needs to tell Timmy that they nerfed the shotguns because he's trying from a really far way away and the shotguns just don't work like that anymore, dog. Unfortunate spawns, and unfortunate spawn for me because they spawned right behind me. This other team is not interested in playing the objective whatsoever, so this is going to be a relatively quick domination match, I feel. Not a kill I should have got, but this gun's damage output is stupid. In my first game using this gun earlier, I actually dropped 150 kills with it, so if that says anything, who knows? But this gun is silly. They're just stuck in this C spawn trap, and they're like not even making an attempt to get out of it. Like, I don't know what else to say. This game is boring. Right now, this game is super boring because the other team, like, they didn't even play the objective. Like, what's the point? Also, for what it's worth, just to brag real quick, in that game I had 150 kills earlier with, I also had 110 multi-kills. That's absurd. I had double the amount of multi-kills that the next closest person on my team had kills. Like, that's silly. Alright, so let's see if these guys are interested in moving. Off to a great start. There are no established spawns yet, so we're just kind of getting shot in the back no matter what we do. Homie, what are you doing? That's fucking weird. Whatever, though. I really wish these spawns would start to make a little bit of sense. Just the slightest amount, dog. Personally, I'm just a little over the entire thing about, like, you know, getting shot in the back immediately off spawn. Doesn't do a lot for me.
Recon mission. Incoming grenade. Double kill. Recon mission ready. Find a bug. Losing objective Baker.
I don't like what's going on.
Bombers ready for orders.
I do not like what's going on. I hate it here.
Capturing Baker. They're sending mortar shells. Attack dogs ready for action.
I don't like it. I got my dogs, though. I don't like what happened, though. This guy's up here being a weenie, though. It kind of blows my mind that out of all the maps, Shipment is the one where they actually put in thought to balance the dogs. Like, the most chaotic map out of the entire game is the one they choose to, like, put the balance thought into for dogs. How am I killing myself with my airstrike, but the other guy that's, like, right beside me up here isn't the one dying? He's not up here anymore, though. Shit on. Now I'm having a hard time finding the enemies. Moolah's just running around on top of the crates, because that's fun, I guess. I made Gino rage quit, so that's also fun, I guess. There's just so many particles on my fucking screen right now, dog. I can't see what's happening. Darn, we lost, and I couldn't drop the 100 bomb. Mainly because towards the end, they just started playing super weenie. They started being super weenies at the end, bro. 32 multi-kills. As always, you always bet on yourself. Always bet on yourself, but it's Shipment, so it's 4v4, which means everybody's gonna vote for themselves, so... But you guys get the point. The Thompson's a really fun gun to use if you have it built like this. I apologize for the low energy in this video. Like I said at the beginning, I have a pounding headache right now. So as soon as I stop this recording, I'm going to edit this video. Then whenever I finish editing and rendering it, I'm going to go get food and pound some ibuprofen to get rid of this headache. So I'm hoping in the next video, my energy levels will be a little bit higher. I'll feel a little bit better. If you want to make me feel better, go ahead and hit that like button down below for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope this class setup helps you. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.